Hi yogis, welcome to your strong upper body, shoulders, arms yoga flow. So the only prop that you'll need for today is a tightly rolled up beach towel or big shower towel, bathroom towel. I'm gonna try my best to make as many videos as possible without using the traditional or regular yoga props like blocks and straps, and just to make it even more accessible to you guys for those of you who don't have any props at home. If you do have props, you could just use a block instead. But I'm going to demonstrate today with just a tightly rolled up towel. So we'll come towards the back of our mat. And again, you want to make sure this is tightly rolled up. You'll place the rolled up towel towards the back of the mat. We'll come to sit in front of it with our back facing it, and then you can roll all the way down onto it so that your shoulder blades are right on top of the roll. And just place your head down here, make it all comfortable. And then you have different variations. You could just extend the arms out sideways. Now, if you don't have the space to fully extend the arms sideways, like I do, there's a wall next to me. What you could do is just bring the arms at a 90-degree angle so that the hands are facing back towards the back wall behind you. Now this will inevitably open the stretch a little bit more compared to just having the arms out sideways. But if you're tight in space, then I guess that's your option number one here. So we'll just start here. Just close the eyes. Allow your focus to drift inwards towards yourself. And I would say for now, just keep your legs extended forward. Don't come into a butterfly pose with the legs. One more deep breath in and out. And then from here, you'll stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. You will cross your right arm over the left one, and then just wrap the lower arms one more time. So you're coming in your eagle pose arms. So the lower arms, the forearms are wrapped here. Palms are touching one another, they're facing one another. If that's impossible, just have the backs of the hands facing one another. And then from here, I want you to press your hands back so that your elbows come in line with the shoulders. A lot of times when we first go into the pose, the elbows are way down. So see if you can press them a little bit back. This is going to deepen the stretch quite a bit. See how this feels for you. Again, allowing the shoulders to be really heavy in your towel here. If you want to take it just a little bit further, press the hands up towards the ceiling. So now we're just stretching the outsides of the shoulders, of the tops of the shoulders here. We're also stretching the backs of the shoulders, but you will feel it mainly here around the border between the arms and the shoulders. So wherever you feel a stretch, I want you to start breathing into that space. Allowing those muscles to soften and release the tension that they're holding on to. And while you're in the stretch, notice if you're holding on to tension in other parts of the body. So a lot of times unconsciously we'll tense up the muscles of the hips, the inner thighs, sometimes even the muscles of the toes. So just start cultivating some awareness here of what your body is doing as you move through the poses. Good, and then we'll switch to the other side. So just extend your arms up towards the ceiling again. This time bring the left arm over the right one first. Twist the forearms till the palms are facing one another. If that is too hard, just only twist once so that the backs of the hands are touching one another. From here, option to stay here. If you want to take it further, press the hands back first so that the elbows come right on top of the shoulders. Just take a moment to check in, notice how this feels for you. If you want to take it further, start pressing your hands up towards the ceiling, so away from the face. And a lot of times you'll feel the stretch a little bit more here on the left side than the right side. Again, breathing into the places that feel a little bit tense or tender. And know that even as we're stretching the upper body here, we're also kind of working on strengthening, especially if you're working on pressing the hands away from you. You will feel your biceps kind of turning on here, so the fronts of the upper arms, maybe even a bit of your pec muscles, the fronts of the chest here. Good, last deep breath in and out. And then tuck your arms, this time reach them overhead, so towards the wall behind you. Take a nice deep breath in. You can relax your arms down to the floor if they allow you to, with the palms facing up. See if you can relax the lower points of the shoulders down into your towel. So the little lower pointy parts of your shoulder blades. Allow the muscles around that part to melt down, to relax and release tension. And then from here, bring the arms alongside the body. Lift yourself up towards a seated position. You can put your towel to the side. And then just come to a comfortable position. That could be sitting onto the heels. That could just be a cross-legged position, lotus, half lotus, whatever feels best to you. From here, start lengthening through the spine. So lift your spine up, press your shoulders back to open the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, place the right hand behind you. Left hand will come to the right knee, will come into a twist. So take a nice deep breath in, again lengthening through your spine. And exhale, twist towards the right side. So you want to think of twisting mainly from the upper part of the spine, which is the part of your spine that actually has the mobility to twist sideways. The lower back is more made to bend forward and back. So try to focus a bit more on the upper spine here as you twist. Allow your hips to stay heavy. And know that it's very normal that the right hip will have a tendency to go a little bit back, left hip will have a tendency to go a little bit forward. It's fine as long as you're not overdoing it. On your next inhale, come back through the middle, both hands onto your knees. And exhale, twist towards the left. So left hand will come behind you, right hand will come into the left knee. Take an inhale here before you twist. And then exhale, twist over towards the left side. So it almost feels as if this right lower rib is trying to wrap over the body towards the left side. This right hip, or this right lower rib here, is trying to wrap back towards the right side. I hope that makes sense. So they're basically kind of moving circularly in an opposite direction. And then come back to the middle. We'll warm up the forearms just a little bit because we'll be doing a lot on our hands today, on our forearms. So we want to make sure that the muscles here are nicely warmed up to protect your wrists. So all you'll do is you'll extend the arms forward and make a tight fist with your hands. And then we'll start flicking our fingers off of our thumb. So it's an outward motion. It's not an inward groping motion. It's an outward flick. So you can do this as fast and as strong as you can. So really flick as hard as you can. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. And you should feel the muscles of the forearms turn on. So both here at the front and the back of the forearms. You'll start exploring muscles that you probably were unconscious of before. This is also really good for people who work on a computer a lot. Good, and then shake it out. We'll do this about 2 more times. By the 3rd time, we'll probably won't be able to do it for that long because these muscles tire really quickly because we don't really work them a lot in general. Extend the arms back forward. Again, flick as fast and as hard as you can. It's a really good exercise to do during like dead moments during your day. If you're like watching a movie or a TV series, just do a few of these and then shake it out again. Really good. Do it one more time. Ready? Let's do it. Just go as long as you can here. You'll notice after a while your muscles wanting to give in and really hard. It's kind of like cramping up. Good, 2 more and shake it out. Good. From here, if you can, roll over your knees towards your tabletop position, or you can come to tabletop in any way, in however many steps you have to get here. So in our tabletop position, our wrists are right underneath our shoulders, knees are right underneath our hips. We'll do a few rounds of cat and cow here just to mobilize and warm up the spine. So on the inhale, all you'll do is you'll lift your tailbone up so the tailbone flips up towards the ceiling. You drop the belly down. You press your shoulders back along the spine to open the chest. And then as long as it feels good for the back of the neck, you can look up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, we do the reverse motion. So you tuck your hips under, the tailbone goes in. You lift your belly away from the floor, so you really engage it up here. You round through the shoulders, and then you bring your chin into your chest. We'll do this a few times with the breath. So on the inhale, you hollow, and on the exhale, you round. Good. 2 more. Inhale, hollow. Here we're stretching the front of the body. And exhale, round, stretching the back of the upper body. Last one here, moving with your own breath. Really good. From here, we'll bring a bit of a twist into our little tabletop. On the inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, look towards your right thumb. On the exhale, you wrap the right arm underneath the left one and you kind of reach over to the side. So I'll just change perspectives so that you guys see what's going on here. So inhale, reach your right arm up. You can do this with me. On the exhale, you come underneath the left armpit. You reach towards the side and you really try to reach for something here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach. Good. We'll do a few more. We're just working on mobility here in the shoulders, gently warming up those muscles. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Good. From here, we'll do it on the other side. So your next inhale, lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist, reach for something. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach. Good. We'll do a few more. Just follow your own breath here. Just go at your own pace. Now, really important here to protect our wrist is to make spider fingers with your right hand. So imagine that you're trying to hold on to something round. That's the kind of engagement you want to find in your fingers here. Good. 2 more. Last one. And from here, come back to your tabletop position. Walk the hands away from you. Bring your forehead down. Come towards your yummy puppy pose. So your hips will be right on top of your knees. They're stacked right on top of each other. You're pressing your palms firmly down into the floor to lift your forearms off of your mat. And then you want to create space in between your shoulder blades. So your shoulders are coming quite wide here. And press your chest down towards the floor to create a little bit of a back bend if you want to. Your next inhale, come back to tabletop. From here, we'll come to our planks. So just step your feet behind you, coming to the top of your push-up position. Now we'll do the same exercise that we did where we reach up and we bring the arm under in a side plank. If this is too hard for you, feel free to modify. So I'll demonstrate first. Come towards the right side to come into a plank, a side plank. Now if this is too hard, and we'll make it harder by kind of reaching under, you can bring your lower leg halfway down and then reach under that way. Okay, so on the inhale, you reach your right arm up. Exhale, the arm will reach underneath the left armpit and reach over towards the left side. Inhale up. So this is if you're in your full plank. Exhale, reach under. Your chest kind of shifts towards the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, under. Inhale up. Exhale, under. Good. 3 more. You should really feel your left shoulder turning on and the left obliques as well, so the side of your core. Kind of lost count, but let's do 1 more. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come over towards the other side. Again, either a regular side plank, or you can bring your lower leg down to modify. On the exhale, bring your left arm under the right armpit to reach. Good. A few more. Exhale, under. Inhale, up. Exhale, under. Inhale, up. Again, just a few more here. On the exhale, you kind of turn your chest towards the floor. 3 more. Good. 1 more. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, come to your plank. We'll do a few breaths in our plank here. So now we're coming more into the strengthening part of the practice. The first few minutes here, we're just warm up and stretching. So since we're working on our chest and our shoulders and the upper body in general, I'm going to take a little bit more time talking about the shoulders here in plank. So to stabilize your shoulder blades, you want to have a equal amount of force or engagement at the front and the back of the upper body. So what we'll do first is, in plank, by the way, you can always have your plank on your knees if you have to. So in our plank, what we'll do first is roll around the upper back. So really press through the inner armpits up. It's kind of like your cat in your cat and cow. So you're rounding through the upper back. And then see if you can find more space in between your clavicles in the front of the chest. And then find a nice stable position between both of those. Good. On your next exhale, slowly come down all the way down towards the floor. Reach your arms forward. Maybe walk your hips a little bit back to find more length in the lower back and along the fronts of the hips. From here, feet are hips distances apart. So they're in line with your hips. Press all 10 toes firmly to the floor. Lift your kneecaps off of the floor and then firm the inner thighs towards one another. Core is engaged, so lift your belly in towards the spine. From here, our next inhale, lift the arms and the chest up away from the floor. And exhale, bring it back down. Good, we'll do this about 4 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Good, 3 more. Inhale, lift up. You want to imagine lifting from your low back as high as you can. Good, 2 more. Inhale. Keep pressing through your toes. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, either just allow your forehead to be down onto the floor. If that feels awkward for your face, just wrap the forearms together. Bring your forehead down onto your forearms. And then we'll bring the attention to the low body here, the lower body. So your next inhale, lift your legs up as high as you can. Keep your core nicely engaged. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Good. 3 more. Inhale, lift up. Really keep engaging your inner thighs to keep your legs together. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Now extend your arms back forward. We're going to tie both of those movements together. So now we're working a little bit more on the upper or on the back side of the body. On the inhale, lift your arms and your legs simultaneously. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale down. We'll do about 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very last one, inhale. And exhale down. Really good. Walk the hands towards the lower ribs here. So your wrists are underneath your elbows. From here, press the elbows in towards the body and then roll your shoulders back to keep the front of the chest open. We'll work a little bit more on stretching of the chest right now. I want you to keep that same engagement in the legs as we did in the previous pose. So pressing through all 10 toes. Lift your kneecaps off the floor. Firm the inner thighs. Core engaged. From here, just come to a baby cobra. So just lift your chest off of the floor. There is no weight in my hands. I'm just using the strength of my back muscles to lift my chest up. On the exhale, come back down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, keep pressing through the toes. Exhale down. Now, if you want to, you can take it a little bit further on the next 3 reps. So on the inhale, come back to your baby cobra. From here, press through the hands, coming into full cobra. So now I'm using the strength of my arms to lift my chest even higher. Good. See if you can lengthen more through the spine with every inhale. Broadening the shoulders again. And you can actually you can actually bring your pinkies in towards one another. So you're facing the palms a little bit back. So you're rotating the upper arms out again. On the exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, twist towards the right. So the elbow will hook on the outside of the right knee. Press your palms firmly into one another to twist your chest off towards the right side. So you're actually trying to create space between your belly and your upper thigh here as you twist. Keep pressing your hips forward. Keep lengthening through your spine. On the exhale, look down. See if you can lift the back knee off of the floor. Really press the back of the kneecap up towards the ceiling. Maybe look behind you. And then on the exhale, place both hands down. Come towards a plank position. We'll bring a little bit of a twist into our plank now. So on your next exhale, you'll drop your hips off towards the right. You come on the edges of your feet, but your hands stay where they are. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, drop the hips up to the left. To the right. Inhale, middle. Exhale, left. Inhale, middle. Exhale, right. Inhale, middle. Exhale, left. We'll do 2 more on each side. So on the exhales, you drop off to the side. 1 more on each. And then press towards your down dog. Take a few breaths here. Again, maybe go to your child's pose. Good. All right, next inhale, roll back to plank. We'll do a few anterior serratus push-ups. So they look a little bit different from the normal push-ups because we'll actually keep our arms extended. The elbow will stay straight and won't bend with us. Now again, you can do these anterior serratus push-ups with your knees on the floor if you want to. The only thing we'll do here is that on the exhale, you drop your chest down. The arms stay straight. On the inhale, you press through the armpits up. You round the upper back. Exhale, chest comes down. Inhale, round the upper back. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 3 more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 2 more. Should really feel this in the shoulders. Last one. Good, and then we'll all take a break in our child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the floor, hips towards the heels. Again, if you feel like your shoulders and your wrists need a break, just bring them together onto your sacrum, your low back. With one hand, take hold of the other wrist. And then allow your shoulders to drop down towards the floor. Just a few breaths here. see if you can quiet down or calm down your heart rate using the breath. So nice deep inhales and exhales. Just become aware of all the different bits of information that you're getting in through your senses. Allow your body to still be heavy. Just become aware of the present moment and everything that floods through your senses. And then bring the attention towards your breath. Very, very gently start deepening the breath, allowing every new inhale to be just a little bit deeper than the previous one. No need to rush yourself or force yourself to breathe deeply. Allow it to come gradually and naturally. Notice how the breath sort of wakes up the part of your belly and your chest. Any place that the breath touches within the body feels a little bit lighter from the moment that you start breathing deeply. And then imagine that you can breathe all the way down into your tippy toes and your fingers, allowing the breath to gently wake up those parts of the body as well. And then very gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then bring that movement up the body towards your wrists and your ankles. Allow the joints to crack if they want to. Elbows, knees, hips, and shoulders. Then bring your legs back together, reach the arms overhead. Maybe interlace your fingers, stretch out the whole body, point your toes. On the exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest with both of your arms. Give them a good squeeze in. And then roll onto your right side. From here, press yourself up towards a seated position. Feel free to sit in any way that feels comfortable to you, whether that is sitting onto your heels, cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus, headstand. Just kidding. Just get comfortable. Once you're seated, see if you can lengthen a little bit more through the spine. Just imagine that you can breathe space in between your spinal discs, allowing yourself to grow a little bit taller. Allow the tops of the shoulders to remain heavy. You can always imagine someone placing their hands on the tops of your shoulders, allowing those parts to relax and melt down. Also relax your hips down into the floor. And then bring the attention back towards your breath. And as you breathe here, just check in with yourself. Notice how you feel after the practice. Notice the different sensations that you feel in the body. Notice your mind, your thoughts. the quality and the quantity of the thoughts. And then just take a few moments to enjoy the silence and the calmness that you have created, cultivated in the body, and hopefully also in the mind. Allow yourself to enjoy the silence. And then join your palms in front of your heart. Thank yourself for showing up today onto your mat and committing to yourself. Crack open your eyes. Namaste. I really hope you enjoyed this super intense class. It was definitely on the more intense side, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel blissed out by the end of the practice. I definitely am completely blissed out. I hope to see you guys in next week's class. Bye. Have a lovely week.